I bought an Xbox One on eBay for £25 plus £7 to equal £32 in total. The issue, you may ask, was that the Xbox had no power. Click in the video card at the top of the screen right now to have a look at that video, as we tried to fix it last week with no experience by just giving it a good clean and trying to get rid of the corrosion. I then done a live stream on the Sunday the day after, and this video is a highlight reel of what happened. I had to go through and edit 5 hours worth of footage from the live stream and edit it down to around about 15 or 20 minutes or so. So apologies if the quality isn't that great, and I really hope you enjoy. At around the 10-minute mark of the video, please comment down below in the comment section saying if you think I'm going to be able to fix this Xbox or not. I guess I should explain this as well. I'm in like ankle rehab at the moment. So, and if you close your eyes, it makes it like 30 times harder. But yeah, I have to use this to help with my ankle because I'm coming back from a sports injury. Enjoy the video.
Is the CPU heating up? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, so we know that we're getting something back from the board, right? So you've confirmed that, which is good because it goes a white light. Touch it. It's not cold. It's not hot. It's not cold. That's what I will say. I don't want to get thermal paste on my gloves. I'm putting around it as long as that's going to be okay, right? I mean, that's fine. That feels fine. It was a little bit hot. Let me put it on then for 2 seconds. Ready? All right. So it goes in. We got the white light again. Will I be able to feel it on the metal bits? Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. That's that's hot. I didn't know that. That's so handy to know. And it's boiling now. Wow. Not boiling. Like a. I'll probably give it like a. Ooh, what? No, it is hot. Guys, can you get a thermal cam app on your phone? Top review. You ready? Top review on this app. I can't believe that some people think that downloading an app on your phone will become a real thermal camera that senses hot and cold objects. Uninstall. God, I feel like an absolute moron now. Surely there's got to be something on the board that's causing this to fail. An APU contains the GPU and CPU. I had no idea about that. Is there a possibility though that this broke whilst it was on standby mode and it's still in standby? Is that possible, or like will it shut off? I know it might be a really stupid question, but is there a possibility that this goes into standby and it's on standby, which is why that fan spins when I put the power in? Come on, one more. There we go. And I'm going to put the PSU here so you guys can see what happens, see if it turns off roughly the same time. Right, you ready? Now watch the fan. Okay, watch the fan. Here we go. Watch the fan. See that? It's spun. Now this, light, and then it's going to turn off. So it's trying to spin. Check for voltage on the fan connector. Does the fan move if you push it? No. And now it's just, you see how it's turning itself off? See how it's turning itself off? Flick the fan, see if it starts spinning. I'll take it out and try again. Ready? Try and either way, it should go this way, I think. But it's just nothing's happening. See that? And it's still on. I haven't actually, now I know this sounds stupid, but I haven't turned it on to a TV. I haven't even tried the connection to a TV because I saw no point in it. Because I was like, if it's just not turning on, there's no point in trying to connect it to a TV. There we go, 12.2. So the fan should be spinning, right? If it's got 12.2, it should be like going round, no? Or am I being an idiot? It's got 12.2, look at that, third pin. So I need to check all of these voltages to make sure that I'm getting the voltages that show on the screen, okay? So let's try that. So you guys can see what I've got here. I'm going to place that over here. I'm going to put the multimeter on this side. So I should put this to what, 20? Should I put this to 20 volts? Does that sound right, tech? Okay, here we go. So first one is a... Oh God, where the hell is that? Wait. Bro, that doesn't exist. That one doesn't exist, chat. If you guys are looking at the picture, that's not there. That transistor isn't there. A different motherboard version by Xbox OG doesn't have the notorious clock capacitor because it's a later version. This is 1540. Look next to the front panel connector. Here are test points for power on, eject, etc. Look next to the front panel connector. It's very dirty. Should I give that a clean? So here's the voltage meter, right? One side of this button should be 3.3 volts. So if I go ground, I think this is ground. About to find, is that ground? I think so. You see how much it's jumping? Why is that jumping around so much? If I go to the other side, nothing. which is obviously going to be ground, right? So that's going to be negative. But then this side, is that jumping around? See that? Any idea? So that's a 3.3. Okay, let's try that. So if we go back onto 20, so again, if I go onto ground, so this is on ground here. So another 3.3 is the one above the 4, which is this one here, the cold. That's 3.3. That's, well, 3.29. Should it be exactly 3.3 or 3.29? Okay, so that's okay. So this is where it's messed up. So the power on button does not get the volts. Okay, that's good. So if we then follow the blue, so the cold, this, nothing. 3.3. Okay, and then we also have, is that a blue one there? Is that a blue one? So if I follow around for the 3.3 volts, so if I follow the power rail, you said, yeah? So I'm following it, and then it goes up to all sorts of business up here. So this pin as well should have 3.3. Ooh! What? What? I didn't do anything! It's not going to blow up, is it? What's going on? It's the fan's working. What's happening? Plug in the HDMI? What? I didn't do anything. I literally haven't done it. I'm so confused right now, chat. Should I try it the same way? Should I try the same thing that I've done and see if it works? I can't believe what's going on. I'm so shocked that I've managed to get this work by just shorting something. Yeah, I haven't got HDMI. The only HDMI I've got is plugged right into this monitor. Yep. So I'm gonna have to go dark for a bit, guys. I think. Guys, would I get an error message about no hard drive, or should I? Okay, so it's just turned off. It's just the power brick's just turned off again. I'm not getting an error message. I'm not getting anything on the screen. Unplug power from the board and reset maybe. Fan stop spinning. Yes, fan stop spinning now. Okay, I'll reset it. So I'm going to pull it out from the board, and I'm plugging it back in, and I'm going to short it again. Plug in the H. Shall I plug in? Oh, that's a really good shout, Stez. Oh, that's a really good shout. You're on a roll today, man. I might have had it on HDMI out and not HDMI in, or vice versa. Nothing HDMI 1. Nothing HDMI 2. I'm going to put it in HDMI 1, see if anything pops up. I've put it in the one that's next to the power supply. So I think that's the correct one that it's meant to go into. Imagine if the HDMI cable is broken. Felt like we were on something there for a moment. So do I, dude. So do I. Now it was spinning. It's just not displaying a image, and then it stops spinning. So I can short it to get the power on, but it just doesn't display anything on the TV. HDMI works fine because I use it for work. Yeah, I'll plug in the I'll plug in. I'll tell you what, because it hasn't got disk drive either, right? So I'll plug in I'll plug in the hard drive, and I'll plug in the disk drive, and I'll see if that changes anything. So I've just plugged the disk drive in, which is here, right? So I'll plug the disk drive in, but that's what I was using to turn it on. So should I stick something down there to turn it on, do you think? I just have to kind of move that out of the way slightly. So what you're saying, put it back onto what it was before, and just try and short. I'm not going to be able. Let me take the disk drive off and see if that works. Right there. I also don't have the power on. So it turns on again, and then I'm just gonna try it in with the hard drive, and then we'll swap it. Should be on, I think. There we go. Now it's on. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the hard drive's plugged in. Okay, that's good. Let's see if anything comes on the picture. Oh! Wait! Wait! It's a black screen. Oh my god, let's go, baby! What do you mean? Ah, I can kiss it. Mwah. Come on. Show me some sort of error code. Oh wait, it must just work. Let's go. So it does need. Okay, so that's a good one to know. That at least that's what I need then. I need the hard drive in to make sure it powers on. Oh, my arms are aching. Fortnite? What are you doing? Do you know what, man? This game, as in the repair tech game, is just. I could cry with happiness that I've got this working. I don't know how, and there's no way I could have done it without your guys' help, but look at it, man. It works. Now, hold on. I need to know why it doesn't power on. So that's the next thing, right? So we have this bad boy working, but to get it working, I need to short it. So I need to find out now why the on button doesn't work. and why there's not 3.3 volts getting to the on button. So that's going to be the next step. Stairs, you're a legend. Absolute legend. And so you, Tidda, Froz, John, Technic, Phil, Super King YouTube, everybody, Leon, everyone who's in here, you guys, Josh, you're all legends. Crusander, like everybody here. Doge, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome. As in everything on there. Shall I take off the fan as well and just literally just pour IPA on it and give it a good scrub with a toothbrush? Is that what I should do? Okay, let's give it a good clean then, shall we, guys? So let's do that. Let me just get some IPA and literally pour it on. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to literally pour on the IPA, yeah? Get in there, all around, dude. So much IPA on the board everywhere. I remember, right? When I started looking at Xboxes and stuff, you know the coder? So I went into his stream and I saw him literally pour so much IPA onto a board. I was like, no way. I was like, what's this guy doing, man? Like, why is he just pouring so much stuff onto a board? What's going on? Like, I was just speaking to myself, and it turns out that obviously IPA is fine for electrics, but I just didn't know that you could literally just pour it on. I could just do this if I wanted to and let it dry and it'll be fine. But you know, when you start these things, like you hear everywhere that just any form of liquid is bad for motherboards, you know, and just like electronics in general. Any form of liquid is really, really bad. Okay, so just really, really quickly, I've got an Xbox One. The Xbox One power brick was fine. This is a faulty Xbox One. The report was, or the default was, that it doesn't turn on. So after inspecting the board and having a look, we took everything off. Like the board is literally completely stripped. When we took everything off, we found out eventually that there's no voltage going to the power button. So we tricked the system into turning on by forcing an eject with a disk drive, which was I shorted to this here, and it booted the system up. So we know that the system boots. I'm skipping out a lot, by the way. The APU originally was getting really, really hot, and I was freaking out, but it was getting really, really hot. The issue that we have is that power and eject aren't getting any voltage. So I'm going to assume that there is a damaged trace somewhere, hence why we can't get voltage. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to follow the trace as best I can to see if I can work out where the hell there is a damaged trace. So let me zoom in actually a little bit so you guys can see where I'm trying to look. I'd have another look at the power board connector. That trace seems to pass through those little components above it. I get 3.3, look, so black on ground, and then to the positive, 3.3. Well, 3.09. That's right though, right? So do you reckon plug it in and just see if it works? Or not? How can I bridge the power button though? Because now that's not turning it on. Look, so if I put this back in, I need to make sure that power button works, right? So I've just plugged it in. I've just put it back in. What's he said? Put the fan on the top of the chip before you try that. Yeah, I guess I should put the fan back, right? So that's in. That goes in. So that's the power in. And obviously the console doesn't turn on. It just gets like a bit of a power surge until you turn it on, right? That's not turning it on. So why is it not turning it on? That's the question. The LED works, by the way, because it's turning on. I don't know if you can see. The LED turns on. If I go from here, which is power negative, to positive on the button, the LED is on. I'm using this to bridge it, and when I'm bridging it, I get a light, but it's very dim. And it doesn't turn the console on. I'm holding it down. It hasn't turned the console on. But I get a light when I bridge it. Oh, it's very bright. Console's on. Console's on. I bridged these two and it worked. There we go. So you can see the reflection on my finger. Like you can see the light. Should I try the front panel from my other Xbox? And so then that way we can rule it out. I turn it on. It's on. What? Now it's off. I think I fixed it. I think its ribbon cable was dirty, and because I've cleaned it, I think I've done it. I think. Would you guys agree that that's what it was? The ribbon cable was just dirty. Maybe some liquid damage on the ribbon cable at the front. Okay, moment of truth. So if this works, it's because we've cleaned the ribbon cable connector on the front panel, and we've got life. You ready? Drum roll. This is what we look forward to every single stream. Sweating. 3, 2, 1. Nah. Why? You were just working. Yeah, it's definitely plugged in. Definitely plugged in. No, I still don't like it after removing the Wi-Fi module either. That's both eject and power. Okay, I'm putting the power back in because I took it out just then. Power's gone in. Nothing. Wait, it's just turned on. Now hear me out. It turned on when I put the disk drive back in. Usually when you do this, when you hold down the Xbox button, usually it turns off. It's not turned off. When I bridge the power button, I get a small LED show, but only a tiny one. It doesn't turn the system on. So it's like it's registering. So that's making continuity because I'm pushing it down. It's registering that the LED is coming on, but it's just not powering the system on. So I think that when I'm touching it, the touch is going through and it's causing a connection so that it should power on, but it's not. Does this turn on the machine? If so, then I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to ask for your guys' help. So if I put this in, and then I put this cable in, watch. I bet she turns on. Do you turn on? Yes or no? And she flipping turns on, man. Ah, it's got to be something with the DVD then. It has to be something with the DVD drive. And you're saying I can't use the DVD drive from my other Xbox, no? Because they're married? Is that what you're saying? Right, that's definitely in and all connected now. 110%. Like, that's firm. I'm going to plug it in. I think I've just turned it on. Theoretically, I should be able to turn this off. Yes, come on then. Let's go. Now I'm going to put the other power board back. This is the new one. Well, I say new. This is the one from my Xbox, okay? So what I'm going to do now is put the other power board back and see what happens, okay? So this one is the daughter board, the original daughter board, and this one is the original front panel from this is all the same Xbox. So what I'm going to do now is see if it works. If this doesn't turn on, we're back to square 7, I'd say, because square 1 was actually getting it to turn on and we managed to do that. Here we go. Oh my flipping god. It's working. Oh yes! GTA? GTA 5? There's a few scratches on it, but I'm sure nothing we can't sort out. Right, should we get it fully tested now? Jesus, I can't believe it's working. Let me get the rest of it plugged in. I'm not going to be too happy just yet because we all know what could happen. I could put this back together and because of rust, etc., it just might not work. Chat, can I get a countdown, please? While I put the HDMI in. I saw 1. Okay, it's on. Show me the Xbox working. Okay, I've now need to get my controller and sync and see if I can sync my controller to this Xbox to see if it's working. Oh my flipping god. 0.2%, 0.4, 0.5. It just takes a while because the disk drive is probably battered. How is the disk drive working? It was that rusty, bro. The disk drive was that rusty. I'm going to try the Wi-Fi, but obviously I don't want to dox myself, you know. 4 gig update. It's connected to Wi-Fi. I can't believe this. I'm actually in shock. I haven't bought any extra components, nothing like that. But I feel like we've done a sterling job. Everybody today has done a sterling job. Everybody in the chat has helped me fix this console. Yeah, massive shout out to both Technic and Phil because you've been incredible. Tidder as well, like, you know, everybody, the usuals, man, the usuals, everybody. Froz, a quick read out of people in the chat: RB, Froz, Josh, obviously Technic, Leon, Crusander, like RB, what's going on, RB? Like, there's so many people in here today that have helped me with this, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This Xbox was in a cave and you saved it. I have to go over to my PC to turn the stream off, but I can't be bothered. See you later, guys. Much love. Thank you so much.
So on the same day that I'd done the live stream, I also tried to install GTA, which is the disc that came with the Xbox One. However, it wasn't allowing me to do so. It kept getting to around about 3 or 4% and then cutting out completely. The disc for GTA is a little bit scratched. So what I'd done was I grabbed FIFA 20, which is an old game that I had for the Xbox One, and I managed to get that installed absolutely fine. However, there is an issue with this disc drive, and I believe because it's still rusty and dirty, it's making an absolutely horrendous noise, and I'm going to show you that now. So as you can see, the touch function works absolutely fine on the Xbox, and we get the screen and everything seems absolutely hunky-dory. FIFA 20 is installed, but then if I go to eject, listen to this. Okay, it's fine, we're about to put it in. Oh, okay. Well, it was really bad. Now it seems to be okay. That's really strange. And it's loading. Okay, it was really bad. Let me try one more. Okay. Alright, well I had to, okay, well that kind of sucks. I had to literally put the Xbox disc into about here before it was pulling it in. Maybe because I've ejected and put the disc back in a few times, it's kind of like cleaned around the outside and it's become a little bit easier for the disk drive to work. So what I'm going to do though is it's quite sluggish. I'm going to take the Xbox apart and we're going to see if there is some way that we can just give the disk drive a real quick clean. Plus I've got a new toy that I want to show you guys real quick. So I believe we just got 4 Phillips screws tucked up on this metal bit here as well, but I've never actually taken apart a disk drive, so we need Phillips head. Look at that. All the rust. We have to go under here. Wow, it's disgusting. I'll be very surprised. The screw actually came out. I'm very surprised. The actual inside of the disk drive seems to be fine. You can see all the motherboard and stuff. There's not really much on it. The rollers might need, well, the roller, sorry, might need a little bit of a clean. But I also feel like this needs a good like blowout as well because it's quite dusty. Maybe I'll get it like a cotton bud and just clean all of that. And there's quite a bit of dust in here, as you can see, which I'm actually going to show you my new toy for. When I say that this thing is no joke, it's no joke. It's called a Compu Cleaner. If I just get the angle, it's called a Compu Cleaner. This thing kicks. Watch when I press the button. It kicks, man. Like, this is no joke. I'm just gonna get a cotton bud and just wipe along the roller. I mean, that's quite a bit of dirt. Doesn't look like much, but a little bit of a clean with some IPA all along the rubber. Now mechanically I haven't got any like grease or anything to put on these straps to see if that's going to help, and I don't want to use IPA on them because I have no idea when it comes to cogs and stuff. But if I also just get a little bit of IPA and maybe put it in this little bit as well, seems a little bit better, whatever it is. And you can see it's, again, little bits of dirt. I'm just wondering if that's going to be enough to just take it in easier and take it out, you know? Little eject action. I don't know what this bit's for in the disk drive. Is it like a, just for like sounding? Just to dampen the sound of the disc? You might have already seen in the background anyway, but I have now purchased an X-clamp tool as well, which is good for getting the heat sinks off of consoles. So I'm really looking forward to using that soon. Comes with a little bit of a prime bit on the end, but I saw Coda use one of these and I had to get one. So shout out to him. Okay, you will also notice that I managed to get the sticker off. I think we've done quite a good job collectively as a team. FIFA 20 works absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. The disc spin seems to be relatively quiet. There's no like horrendous noises, and if I go to eject, I didn't put the antenna cable back or the sound. Okay, there we go. So I put it back together. And I now have sound, which is brilliant. Let's see how the disc goes in, if it's okay. Yeah, there's hardly any force. Any abnormal crunching? No, just disc cleaning, right? I think. And FIFA loads up pretty quick. I think that's a pretty good response time. I have played this for about an hour or so when I ended the live stream just to make sure that it was all good, and it seems to be working with no issues at all. But as you can see, I think we've done an okay job. That sticker, I'm really happy with how they've actually just now disappeared after using some IPA, some cotton buds, and a just a plastic prying tool to get all the residue off. And as you can see, game's loading fine. Hit the disc. There we go, sweet. And then if we go to turn off the Xbox, I hold it down, and it's off, just like that. And just to show you guys turning it on as well. I'm really happy we managed to restore this Xbox. Really happy. And again, I would not have been able to do this without you guys. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And finally, a big shout out and thank you to you guys for watching. I appreciate it. It's been quite a long one today, so I've still got your attention. That's a job well done for me. Smash the thumbs up button if you want to see how much profit I make from selling this Xbox One back on eBay. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I've got a couple of consoles on the way for attempted repairs. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to follow my journey. I'm an absolute noob, started from no experience whatsoever, still an absolute noob, and I'm just trying to repair stuff, whether that be technology, consoles, like whatever it is, whatever I can get my hands on, I'm trying to fix it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.